Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the fair accused is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. First, I want to say happy Friday to everybody. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Please stay safe and all that good stuff. And let's get to the story, y'all. Let's get to the story because it's a lot of information that's starting to come out, and now I'm seeing why that Mama Duck is on here talking about there's going to be some more arrests, y'all. This is why. Because a lot of information is coming out now. And they're saying that two informants, y'all, two informants been talking to the police about what happened, what really happened to FBG Duck. Okay, they're saying that he had $100,000 bag on his head. Okay, one informant told them that Duck had a bag on his head, and it was $100,000. Another informant said that the bag started at 50,000, but they raised it. Same thing they did with Mo3, y'all. Oh, this ain't enough. I got to make people want to get it. So they raised the bag. And see, this is what I talk about all the time. The wrong people out here getting money in their hands instead of them beefing with each other. And word on the street is, I'm gonna just say this. I don't know. I wasn't there, so I'm gonna say allegedly. But allegedly, they're saying that FBG Duck was trying to, you know, keep the peace with them. He was trying to squash the beef. That's what I'm hearing, y'all. That FBG Duck, you know, got to a point in his life where he didn't want to beef with them anymore. And allegedly, y'all, this is what I'm hearing, so I don't know. I wasn't there. But word on the street is they lied to FBG Duck to make him think that, okay, we going to squash the beef. But they were really still planning on taking him out, y'all. So if this was the case and King Von and them did do this, y'all, it seemed like it was karma that came back to King Von. You know, when you have this much, you know, hatred towards someone, it's just like Young Dolph and Yo Gotti. Two people that were making big money and in a city and state where they could have helped so many people. They were too busy beefing with each other. Think about this bag, this $100,000 bag that they put on each other. Well, he put it on him. Think about what he could have did with all that money and the people that they could have helped, the jobs that they could have created, open up a business or something, and help somebody that can't get a job when they get out of jail and stuff like that. Think about the stuff that they could have done that they didn't do. And it's a possibility if they would have done something else with this money that they both would still be here right now. Think about that, y'all. Because it's a possibility that what happened to, King Von could have been some karma, y'all. It really could have been some karma. A lot of people feel like it was a setup because when you do crimes with someone and then both of y'all are on the chopping block to go to jail together, and then you mysteriously gets taken out, and then all the charges get dropped on the next person. A lot of people feel like that was a setup that so that King Von could get taken out so other people could beat the cases and not go to jail. Okay, now that's another thing that's coming out. Okay, so it's so much stuff coming out that it don't make no sense. That's just like killing two birds with one stone. Seriously, y'all. Because people are saying, and I'm not saying it, it's coming from, FBG Duck's mother. It's coming from other people, that Lil Durk has something to do with this mess. And just think about this. If he had something to do with this, and you get to take out your op at the same time, you get to get all the charges dropped because your partner in crime gets taken out too. Y'all, I'm just saying, okay, it's a possibility that this all could have been lined up. It could have just been, because they, not Dolph, but King Von, he had a couple cops on him too. Y'all remember when he got off at the airport and people was waiting on him and stuff, trying to check his stuff to see what he had or whatever, when he got off the airport and asking for his ID and all of that stuff. And, that's weird and you ain't done nothing. You ain't done a thing, but somebody is waiting for you at the airport and then found out later that this person that was waiting on you at the airport was dating, that other rapper Trouble and all this stuff. It's a lot of stuff mixed up in this whole thing right here, y'all. And you don't know who's paying who. Y'all see that, some of these dirty cops are out here taking pay under the table to be a part of taking people out. They're tired of working too. They looking at these rappers and these street associates as coming up and got more money than they do, and they going to work every day and trying to protect the streets allegedly. Okay, y'all, and they look at it as a come up when they be a part of these kind of schemes and this mess. But they're starting to get caught up for it now, y'all. These police, you see that some of them getting caught up for it, but the majority of them is the ones of color that's getting caught up. It's not all, and not all of them is getting caught. Okay. So let's get back to these informants, okay? They're saying that $100,000 was placed on FBG Duck's head before he was hit up and taken out outside of that store downtown, y'all, the Gold Coast 2 years ago. This is what they're saying. And, they got some informants telling. This is another thing. People be trying to act so hard and then they turn around and tell everything, y'all. It be tripping me out. When you in a world where the females go to jail, like Lil Kim and all of them, and they go to jail and they don't tell, okay? And then the guys go to jail and they tell everything. I think we deserve a lot more respect than, what we're being given, y'all. I'm just saying, okay? Look at the brat and other people that done went to jail, did their time, and it ain't. I tell on somebody else so I can, get my time knocked off. The females ain't doing it. Why is the guys doing it, y'all? A lot of guys are so soft now, y'all. It's sad. FBG Duck, whose real name is Carlton Weekly, was hit up as many as 21 times, y'all. In the broad daylight, y'all. August 4th, 2020. That's some sad stuff. That is some sad stuff. 21 times. It just keeps making you think about Dolph. It makes you think about Mo3. But 21 times, y'all. That's some inner hatred right there. That's some stuff where you need to go work on yourself, get some counseling if you hate a person that much. I say this all the time, okay? I say this all the time, and I don't just say this to street associations. I don't just say this to the drill rappers that's beefing with each other. I say this about family. I say this about friends, so-called friends. If you and a person do not get along, why not respect yourself enough to walk away? It don't cost anything to walk away from a situation if you know that it's a toxic situation. If you and a person then try over and over and over again to get along and it did not work, family, friend, for whatever it is, what is wrong with walking away from a situation? You go live your life, that person go live their life, and everything is hunky-dory, okay? It has to be some serious hate for a person to drop a bag on somebody. That means you are seriously tired of this person even breathing anymore. Okay? And it just makes you wonder what in the world really happened between them. Did they take out one of their people? Did they take out one of their people? And if that's the case, didn't that make it even? Isn't it time to grow up and move on from certain situations, y'all? They even have a female rapper in Chicago that's been coming forth. She went to King Von's grave, and I guess King Von had taken out some of the people in her, in her life as well. So King Von had a lot of people that wanted him out of the way, okay? And he was still, as he was going and growing in his career and everything else, he was still, leaving a trail of enemies everywhere he went. And I know he was talking about he wanted to change and stuff like that, but you have to be careful what you're doing when you're out in the streets, okay? When you leave a trail of enemies, ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. But it just seems like the person that mostly stood to gain from this whole situation, I'm just gonna say it like it would seem like it was Lil Durk, y'all. And this could be a possibility to why his name is keep popping up. But is this gonna play itself out the same way it played itself out for the other case that him and King Von was entangled in together, y'all? They put everything on King Von. That he was the mastermind of everything. He did everything. And everybody else charges get dropped. So is this gonna be the same situation with this one? Is Lil Durk gonna be able to beat this case by saying that, it wasn't my money? Y'all see how they always walking around with stacks and stacks of money and racks on them, okay? Who's to say that he can't just say that King Von paid the whole 100,000? Now I know it's informants, and they're on the inside, so they know exactly who paid what and what and what. So that could be the only thing that's going to get Lil Durk arrested if Lil Durk gets arrested. Okay, y'all? Because, word on the street is, city officials is, it's in his back pocket. Okay? So it's a possibility that he won't even get charged. But the feds picking it up is a whole different thing, y'all. And word on the street is they're saying that Lil Durk name is popping up. Now, the thing of it is they going to have any proof? Y'all. Okay? Or is they just going to have, the informants testify against Lil Durk? And it's going to have to just be, the jury decide. I don't know, y'all. But it's heating up. This case is heating up. And it's crazy that all of these, rappers that then made it out the hood is getting all entangled in indictments and RICOs and all of this mess. It's sad. But let's get back to this. It said 2 weeks later, an informant in Chicago, police custody, told the detectives and the FBI agents that someone affiliated with the, street associations, y'all. Street associations had offered up $50,000 to anyone that would take, weekly out, y'all. And later, they raised the bounty to $100,000, according to the police reports. See, they getting caught up for this mess. And see, when you see stuff like this, it gives you hope for Mo3 case. Because we all know, even Mo3 rapped about, the price went up, the price went up again, okay? And this is what they did to, FBG Duck. The price went up again. Same thing with Mo3. He had a bag on his head, and then the price went up again, and then everybody was ready to collect that money. And the crazy part about it, they were all over social media saying, send me your cash apps. And none of them has been arrested yet. Where's the feds? What the feds are doing in Dallas, okay? Or are they paid off too? It just makes you wonder, as far as Dallas is concerned. Because I don't understand that whole thing. If they picked up half of the people that was putting all of these posts up about Mo3 and all that stuff, they would get more information that they needed. And they're not. For one while, there was a buzz about that they were going to be questioning, many men, y'all, in Mo3's case. Because she was the one that was saying, this is the greatest day of my life when Mo3 got taken out. Send me y'all cash apps of all the people that was on the expressway. Okay, y'all? There was some little buzz going around about that. And then, I didn't hear anything else. But I was like, wow. Now, let's get back to this again. Another tipster told investigators that Duck had a price on his head. This is what the records are showing. The name of the person said to have placed the bounty was redacted. Okay? What's what that mean now? How are they going to take the name of the person? Okay, I guess they didn't want to release it. But the informant offered some crucial identifying information. This is what they're saying. The person had bought custom made necklaces for members of, the Street Association O Block faction. And this is what they're saying. An FBI affidavit filed in March 2021 seeking permission to examine data from cell phones belonging to three suspects in the hitting noted that the slain rapper King Von um, had appeared in a YouTube video posted days after Weekly's demise that shows him acquiring valuable O-Block pendants for his associates. Now, I heard about that because this is a new thing that they do now. If you put in some work for the label of people that, want you to go do some dirt, then they go buy you a bunch of chains. Now, it used to be that you get these chains when you sign a record deal and stuff like that. But now, word on the street is, y'all, they give out these chains when you put in some work and take out somebody. Okay? They're saying that Bennett, which is King Von's name, okay? Davon Bennett. King Von is perhaps the most notable figure associated with O-Block, a set linked to the Parkway Garden low-income housing development near 64th Street and South Martin Luther King Drive, y'all. In a federal racketeering and demise indictment in September 2021, months after King Von was taken out in Atlanta, prosecutors accused 5 O-Block members and associates of taking Weekly out. Charles C. Murder Liggins, Kenneth Kenny, or Kenny Mack Robertson, to Carlos Los Alford, Christopher C. Thang, Thomas, and Marcus Muwap Smart, all are awaiting trial, y'all. A 6th suspect took out himself just over a month earlier. This is what the police records are saying. So somebody took themselves out because they didn't want to go to jail. Go figure. You want to take somebody out, but you don't want to be held accountable. So you take yourself out too because you don't feel like you want to spend the rest of your life, in jail. So why would you even commit a crime in the first place if this is how you roll? Okay? The informant told the investigators that Robertson didn't want the jury and that this was because he was a member of the, oh Lord, he was, wait a minute, y'all. So Robertson was of the same street association as FBG Duck. This is what they're saying. So he worked with, wait a minute. So Kenny Mack, he actually worked with another street association to take out one of his own street association. Is this what they're saying, y'all? And he didn't want the jury because he wasn't of their set. But he didn't mind, helping line up FBG Duck, y'all. See, this is what I be telling y'all. People be thinking, oh, I must join the street association. That stuff is not what it's cracked up to be, y'all. And you will figure that out once you get in it. That you will have even more enemies, y'all, once you join the street association than before. Because now you got a whole bunch of people that you call yourself brothers and sisters with. And it's the same animosity that you have every day. That you have somebody that do not like you or whatever. Y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy. So it's better to just leave that mess alone altogether. But one of his own street associates helped line him up for a whole nother street association. Now, if that ain't some slimy stuff there, I don't know what is. The informant told the investigators, what else did they say? It says, another court filing says he considered Parkway Gardens his second home. Okay. So Weekly was identified a member of Tukaville, STL, something like that, / EBT or Tukaville. So this was FBG Ducks, what he was claiming, which the police say has allied itself with the street association Jarrow City faction and had an ongoing feud with O Block, y'all. See what I'm saying, y'all? And I bet you all this stuff is just some unnecessary beefing that don't even make sense. You know, according to the police records, a friend said Weekly had been leery of letting people know his whereabouts so he could feel it coming because he had received threats from people, other street association members in the drill rap scene. So he was receiving, people wanted him out of the way. And I just hate to say this, but I'm just gonna tell you what I feel. I just feel like both of them were good rappers, and they just feel like they want to be the only one. They want all the shine. They don't want you to share the shine with them. That's how it seems. Because this is the same thing that went on with Dolph and Yo Gotti, y'all. Same mess. Same mess that happened with Mo3 and Trap them and Yellow Beezy them. Okay, y'all? They don't want to share the spotlight. They want it all on themselves and their crew. And this is their downfall. If you share the spotlight and there's no beefing, then only thing is left for you to do is come up. Make money come up. Make money come up. And help your family. And you ain't stressed out. I mean, still keep your security because you still got some, people that's going to hate on you. But it wouldn't be to this extreme if you left this mess alone in the first place, y'all. Okay? They said he had a reason to be worried. Police revealed surveillance footage from another Oak Street store and heard someone on his cell phone saying that he saw Duck less than half an hour before the hitting. So somebody was on the phone telling somebody else they just saw Duck. These people, they had somebody on the lookout for him. If y'all see him, let us know. Spread the word. They said the person on the phone walked into the Montclair store with someone else, saying someone with a, bang bang was given chase. Okay. The search warrant affidavit says O Block members tore out of Parkway Gardens about 20 minutes before the hitting, leaving in a Ford Fusion and a Chrysler 300. Look at this mess, y'all. They got everything lined up how they need it. Soon as somebody told them that they saw him, O Block members jumped all in their cars and headed that way. They so stupid it don't even make no sense. And like I said, they got all the evidence they need, y'all. Phone records, pinging off. They got everything that they need. So y'all know they got everything they need for other cases as well, okay? They know who was on the expressways with Mo3. They know all of that mess, okay? They know about the cookie shops and all of this other stuff where Dolph was taken out too. They got everything they need. And see, the FBI, they can dig more than what the regular police can dig and find up, okay? They got access to all this stuff. So it just makes you wonder why they let stuff build up before they go ahead and just take, the person that's responsible for stuff, off the streets. They let other victims get taken out, instead of, getting rid of the problem, y'all. I'm just saying. They're saying that the investigators later used automated license plate readers, Lord, and various cameras to track the car's path to the crime scene. They so dumb, and they got so many street cameras out here, especially in like the poor neighborhoods. They have street cameras like on every block in the poor neighborhoods, so they can keep up with everything that you're doing, okay? And they don't have as many cameras like that, out in suburban areas and all of this stuff. They don't. So it's set up to, keep up with everything you're doing, y'all. And stay in your pocket as well, okay? Because when they got all these street cameras up, they get more money out of you than they do the people that's in other areas, y'all. They're saying that at 4:26 on the day of the hitting, the cars pulled in front of Weekly's girlfriend's sedan on Oak Street, according to an affidavit. And two men jumped out of the Ford and targeted, FBG Duck. And two others got out of a Chrysler and fired at the rapper and his girlfriend. See, this is what I was telling you about Angela Simmons. You just lost one baby daddy to street violence. And then you go and hook up with somebody else that's in the middle of this whole little Rico's mess that his name is staying in. And why would you even want to be with somebody that possibility is dirty enough to take somebody out just because they won't sign with them? Why would you want to be with somebody that have their baby mama or ex-girlfriend allegedly hit up in Covington because of, your jealousy and, hatred? And Angela Simmons thinks she got a prize on her arm. Y'all, I don't get it. I don't get it. A normal person will want to stay away, no matter how much money you got. A normal person would want to stay away from any kind of, violence and stuff like that when it comes down to that, especially when your son's father just went through that same thing and got taken out. So no doubt, she's letting her son get to know Yo Gotti, Angela Simmons. And your family got to know about this. It's all over the internet. What advice is her family giving her? This is okay. You in love. It ain't like that, she's so giggity because of his money. Her family got money. She grew up with money. Or is this a thing that if I can spend your money, I get to keep mine? So is this the attitude that Angela Simmons has, y'all? But see what happens when you're around this mess? That's why I say you got to pick wisely who you're going to be with. If you're going to pick a boyfriend or somebody that's going to be around your child and you, pick somebody that's not about to put your life in danger. Okay? Pick somebody like that. Okay? That's not in the middle of some mess. This is look what happened with her. This is crazy. And they said then that, the people, the bang bang guys, drove off in two cars, which were registered to offer and rob. And the cars is registered under their names. The same person that was in the street association as FBG Duck and another person. Both cars was registered in their names. The police records show investigators had high confidence linking ballistic evidence recovered at the scene to 5 other hittings, in which 1 person was taken out and 5 wounded. So not only did they take out FBG Duck, but they did some more crimes, y'all, that this caught them up with. Tell me about that karma, y'all. No one has been arrested in these hittings according to the court records of the other hittings. But the ballistics is pointing to them, y'all. And word on the street is that the Robertson guy that was in the same street association as FBG Duck was the first person that got arrested in his hitting, as he should, because he was the inside person that was probably keeping up with everything that he was doing. And this is why FBG Duck was feeling some type of way. He was feeling paranoid and stuff, and thinking that somebody coming to get him, because somebody in his own circle, street association, was an inside person that led these other guys from another street association to him. Y'all see how this works? This is crazy. He was taken into custody February 2021, weeks after being charged with first-degree demise in a hitting in Dalton. Wow. In which a man was taken out and 2 women were wounded. Robertson, who's in federal custody, also had been indicted on dozens of felony charges in that case. Why was he even back out on the street if he had already took out somebody else and wounded 2 women? See, this is like I tell y'all, our judicial system is jacked up, y'all. It's jacked up. So he was already out for something else. And then he turns around and take out FBG Duck, right? Or was this after? This is sad. This is sad, y'all. That you are left out to do some more crimes. Wait a minute, let me look at this date. Because they said February 2021. When was FBG Duck taken out? Let me see. Let me check and see when he was taken out. Exactly. Oh, he was taken out already. So August 4th, 2020. This is when FBG Duck was taken out. So then this guy, after taking out FBG Duck, he turns around and he's in Dalton taking out some more people. February 2021. Y'all see how this works? Feel like they got away with something? They continue the process with somebody else. It's sad, y'all. It's sad that people start making money, and the first thing that comes to their mind is, I got enough money to drop a bag on my enemies. Instead of taking that money and helping other people or doing something to help your family out or yourself. Okay? Because sometimes you can't help your family out. Sometimes, you and your family beefing. Okay? But he could have lived a good life. He could have took care of his other siblings. Took care of his mama. She wouldn't have nothing else to worry about. I don't understand why they wanted to stay in the hood with money. That I don't. Especially if you still beefing with people. It shouldn't have had to be no, oh, let me try to, keep the peace and let them know it's all good, blah, blah, blah. It shouldn't have had to been none of that, y'all. It should have just been to the point where I got enough money. I done signed this record deal. Instead of buying all these expensive cars and chains and this and that and that and this, get your family to a place where they're safe. Get your family to a place where they're safe. That should have been the most important thing. Don't put the house in your name. Don't put it in your mom's name. Put it in somebody else's name, okay, that you can trust, and move somewhere that nobody knows where you are, your enemies. Okay? That's how you move. That's how you do things. When you got enemies like this. This is what you do. Don't sit there and be a sitting duck and then think that you can talk these people that don't like you, that you've been beefing with for a while, till all of a sudden you want to, squash the beef. What even made FBG Duck think that he could believe these guys? That they were willing to squash the beef with him. You can't trust these guys. Just because somebody say, oh, we cool now, and you hug and shake hands. If you and that person been beefing, you're going to still be beefing. If that person don't like you, that person going to continue to not like you. Okay? That person that they're a crew of people that they hang around, they not going to like you. Because that person is telling them things. Okay? They're not going to like you either. And see how this mold just grows? It just grows and grows and grows. Just walk away. You ain't got to sit there and be like, oh, I want to keep the peace. I want to squash the beef. You bounce. You get your family. You move out of the area. And you take care of your family. And take care of your business. When you do your shows, when you're moving around, you have some security. That's not that hard to do, y'all. But apparently it's hard for a lot of people. Because everybody wants to be all over social media. They want to go live everywhere they're going and post all their business up. They want to be popular. They want to clout chase. They want to be all in everybody's face. At the same time talking about everybody behind their back. Oh, we buddies. But then as soon as somebody go get this done or that done. Ooh, this person, she don't look like nothing. He don't look like nothing. He think he the stuff. She thinks she the stuff. But then when you run into him, hey girl, what's up, man? The fakeness, it's the fakeness for me that I just can't do, okay? I would rather be, to myself the rest of my life than to be around anybody that I cannot trust. And FBG Duck, he was feeling some type of way, y'all. He was a little bit paranoid. He knew something was up, but he just couldn't put his finger on it. And it was one of his own people. One of his own people from his same street association that was playing a part and helping line him up. And he felt it, but he didn't know. And see, you have to trust that intuition, y'all. You have to trust it. That inside voice, when you start feeling some type of way about something, that means it's something up. And you have to move differently. And the same people that, you normally be being around and this and that and that and this, you have to cut some of that stuff off. And then once that feeling will go away, it will go away if you cut off the right person. That's how you do things. But rest in peace to FBG Duck. Rest in peace to King Von. But I do believe that his karma came back on him. The same way that he was helping, that he was using, allegedly, I'm going to just say this. The same way that King Von had infiltrated FBG Duck's circle and got somebody to turn on FBG Duck and help line him up, that's the same way he went out. Because word on the street is, one of his own people helps line him up for the other side. Okay, y'all? So, y'all, I'm just saying, be careful what you out here doing. Treat people like you want to be treated. If you can't get along with somebody, stay the heck away from them. Wish them well and go on about your business. Just because you don't get along with somebody, that don't mean you gotta hate them. That don't mean you have to, you don't gotta go behind their back and talk about them. You don't gotta do nothing. You can just do you and let them do them. And wish them well. Because when you do things like that, good things come to you. Believe me, I know. When you hold that grudge, it affects your health and everything. You don't even be right when you just hating on somebody so hard, y'all. You don't be right. But let that go. No matter how much or what this person has done to you, let it go. And just don't deal with that person anymore. And you will see how, it'll be a relief off your shoulders. That you done the right thing by just walking away from a situation, then staying in a situation and just keep trying over and over again to try to make somebody like you. You can't make nobody like you. If they don't like you, they don't like you. And it's as simple as that. You move on. Get out of their way, and they get out your way. Even if you run into them on the street, you don't got to say nothing to that person. Act like they're another stranger just like everybody else, and just live your life. I have ran into family members on the street, and I ain't say nothing to that person. I walk right past them like they were a regular person on the street. They ain't say nothing to me. I ain't say nothing to them. I ain't hear nothing else about it later on, in the family, and I ain't say nothing about them later on in the family. And I kept it as that. We don't get along, so let's just leave it at that. And just respect each other enough to just wish each other well and go on about our business. Not keep getting upset that we don't get along. And this is with family. This is with your best friends. This is everything. Your ops, street associations. Half of the people that's beefing in street association with another street association, they don't even know why they beefing with that person. They can run into that person later on in the street and they be like, I don't even know why we mad at each other in the first place over somebody else's stupid stuff. And this is the majority of why people are being taken out over stupidity. When they probably, if they met in another life, probably would have been best friends. It's crazy, y'all. But it's a lot coming out, y'all. And whoever these informants are, they're letting the cats out the bag, y'all. And this is why that they're saying that there are more arrests coming. And this is why they're also saying that Lil Durk, his name is popping up, y'all. Now, I don't know if they got any evidence on Lil Durk, because Lil Durk kind of slick with his stuff. He kind of moves different than everybody out here. He hang around a lot of snakes, though. But at the same time, I think he still moved differently, even with those snakes that he hang around. Okay? But your association is very important in this world. It really is. If you hang out with snakes, then sooner or later, you're going to be labeled a snake too. If this is the people that you're hanging around, okay? Because I remember when Lil Durk popped up in Dallas, right after Mo3 was taken out, he was hanging out with Trap and Yellow. And the place got hit up, y'all. So you have to be careful the company you keep. Seriously. And to be honest with you, Trap them is good for trapping their own people. So just because he hang out with these guys don't mean that they won't take him out their own self. They don't like Chicago people, y'all. The industry do not like Chicago people. Period. They don't. They do not want to see them come up at all. This is why it's so important that, Chicago rappers should wake up. Stop beefing with each other. Okay? And do something on their own in the industry so that they can come up like all the other places. Look at all the people, the celebrities in Atlanta. Look at all these celebrities and stuff, other cities and states that stick together. And nobody in Chicago sticks together. They're too busy collecting bags and putting the bags on folks' heads instead of doing something with that money. That just goes to show you that the money is getting in the wrong hands. Everyday people that's out here working, every time they get a raise, okay, the prices go up on something else in their household. Just so they can keep their foot on their necks and keep them at a level where they can't come up. You get a raise for this, they turn around and charge you more for that. And then it's like you never even got a raise in the first place. It's just like even all of the fast food restaurants and all the stuff, they got all of that got raises, remember? And then they turned around and raised all the prices of everything. So it was like they didn't even get a raise. Look how much eggs cost now, y'all. Is y'all peeping this? People are starving because the prices is going up so high on the food. I don't even see how people is having a bunch of kids. Because it's hard to feed all of them with these food prices going up so high. And y'all know kids can eat, okay? They get the munchies. They be munching their tail off around the house all day long. Not munchy like y'all, like tree munchy, but their munchie is 24/7, y'all. It's called the kid munchie, okay? And I'm telling y'all, it's getting worse and worse. That an everyday person could even, and look how they taking people properties, y'all. They're taking people properties now. Whereas 1 year people was paying a certain amount of taxes, they didn't quadruple their taxes. And they're taking their buildings from them over taxes, y'all. And they're not correcting the taxes, even if they made a mistake. They're not correcting it. They're taking people's properties now. The game ain't fair anymore. They want to make sure that everyday civilians, people that's hard workers and stuff like this and trying to do things the right way, don't come up. But these rappers that's out here doing all kind of stuff, got all kind of backgrounds in street associations, selling street pharmacy stuff, all this stuff, they're coming up and they're allowed to make this type of money. And they got, instead of them, doing something with this money, positive, they're out putting bags on people's heads. Is y'all peeping this? And ain't nobody coming at them to take their money. But the hard workers that they get a little raise. They raise either the light bill or the gas bill. So it looks like you didn't even get the raise in the first place. Do y'all see how this cycle just keeps continuing over and over again? And it don't make sense. When you start hanging around different people, when you grow up in the hood and then you turn around and you start making, you move out the hood and you start making different friends of different colors, okay? You start hanging out with, the whites or stuff like that. And as soon as you start hanging out with them, you see that things are so different for them than it is for other races. They running around with, vacation homes. It's hard enough for, for us, people of color, to get one home. Okay? It's hard enough for you to get one home. Look at when you paying your mortgage bills, y'all. Your mortgage bill is crazy if you look at that mortgage bill. If you're paying like $1,500 a month, just say $1,500 a month that you're paying for your mortgage. 1,000, maybe 200 goes toward poof in the air. Okay? 300 goes toward the house. Do y'all see how long it's going to take you to pay off a $300,000 house? Do y'all see how this works? It's not meant for you to have anything. It's not meant for it. And then you have all of these other people, the whites. They got 1 and 2 homes. They got a home here, and then they got a home, somewhere where they go on vacation at. And they ain't got no worries in the world, y'all. They not taxing them up the yin yang. They not doing this. This is to keep the foot on our necks, y'all. To keep us where we are. And then we got people like Jay-Z and Beyonce and all of these other people, allegedly, okay, that forms together a crew of people that helps keep foots on our necks as well. That helps keep these criminals in the neighborhood, y'all. That's going to court to fight you even having a say so in people taking out your family members and then writing a rap song about it. They works with other people to keep the foot on your necks. Make it make sense, y'all. It's time for these rappers to grow up and stop being a part of the problem. And that's all of them. It's time for them to start thinking straight. You making this type of money and you're not doing nothing positive with it? Look at the people that is in the forefront right now. Everybody that's very popular right now are the nastiest, grimiest lowlifes out here, y'all. Look at Puff Daddy. Look at all the stuff that he's into, allegedly, okay, and have done. And look how they pump him up like he's something special. Look at his girlfriend. Look at all the stuff that she's reporting, that she likes, her body fluids put on her. She loved that. Look at the people that they are giving all these awards to. People like Glorilla. They got her pushing her so that these other young girls can look up to her. And she's doing interviews saying that she I'm trying to not say it. Baby juice, y'all, from the men. Put on her French fries. She liked to eat it. This is what she said, y'all. The most disgusting stuff out here. This is what she's saying. And every time you turn around and turn the TV on, they're giving her awards and stuff. The sickest people out here that's doing the most sickest, nastiest, grimiest mess is the ones that they're pushing up to the forefront so people can look up to it. And these other little youngsters can be like, ooh, I want to be just like them. Y'all, this is crazy. But anyway, this is what they're pushing on the kids. And this is why they get rewarded so much when they can push this negative influence on your kids. This is who gets pushed up to the forefront. But anyway, y'all, please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Peace.